Ah yes, the beautiful land of this place. Here we find our noble heroes, the half-elf with the big fucking sword, the genius half-orc who's actually not smart really, and his faithful gnome companion with his big fuck-off axe. These were to be the heroes that would later do the stuff in the chronicles of the book in the place of the thing. This is the K.A.I Games D&D.
Hello, yet again, my friends. Welcome to... Finn, what is this? Explain.
This is Dungeons and Dragons?
On my YouTube channel?
It's not a video game?
Unsubscribed.
What is that video length?
So yes, well, it's no worse than Age of Empires.
Yeah, this is Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We are going to be playing Hoard of the Dragon Queen, hosted by yours truly, sponsored by the K.A.I Games.
Our visual novel connoisseur, resident visual novel connoisseur here, has taken up game mastering, gone out of his comfort zone a little bit.
Excuse me?
I was going to say, that's all he does.
It's a joke. And we've got Ben here as well.
Hello there.
After his success in Age of Empires.
I lost. I don't know if I'd call it success.
No, after your entertainment success.
Yeah, you were very entertaining. I did enjoy doing it with you. He's like part of the family already.
Whoa.
So Finn, should we explain a little bit about our characters?
Yes, would you, please give me a basic overview of your characters, and I feel like some explanation is going to be required on my part.
Okay. I am a half-elf known as Rioto Artorius. I like dragons. I got a big fucking sword. I got a glaive. I don't give a fuck. And I'm probably going to give myself a sort of Makoto voice. I was thinking about it, and I think, I'll settle on that.
Juxtaposition. But you are there's something weird going on with your character, isn't there? Because you are a fighter that can also do what?
Well, you see, what with my love of dragons, I kind of, back in my youth, might have broken into some kind of place of learning of the magic persuasion, and despite being a fighter, I spent many nights sneaking into the restricted area to learn Fireball.
And so yeah, you are a fighter that can cast the Fireball spell.
Except it's got reduced damage.
Except it's got reduced damage. I do not care for the rules in a case of where we have to.
We're focusing on.
I don't care for the fucking rules.
We've
bro.
got the
I'm
best
a
game master. He doesn't give a shit about the rules, but we're doing, for all intents and purposes, we are going to be soft with the rules for the sake of entertainment. So if we think something's going to be entertaining, we're gonna, bend the rules a little bit for you. Just for you guys, And if you say, but I want you to play by the rules, well, fuck off. Go watch someone who gives a shit. So now that I've alienated our fan base, Ben, what about your character?
You came here to watch actual D&D? Go fuck yourself.
Look, I run an entertainment business, not a D&D business.
You want a D&D business? Go work for Wizards of the Coast.
Quite.
And maybe then they'll get you to work on Magic the Gathering as well. Cousins.
Cunt.
Ben, who are you?
I am Theodore Maxilius Grunk. I am a mighty wizard. It's the half-orc.
A half-orc wizard, you say?
With a wonderful fashion sense of no shirt, a massively over-the-top pointy hat, some moon crescent spectacles that are probably 5 sizes too small for my face, and a quarterstaff to which I have tied a small knife.
Well, you will.
And I name it my pointy stick.
You haven't got the knife yet, have you?
Oh yeah, I bought it.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, he gets a small knife in the sage background. Hat.
This,
So it's not even a
this is
dagger.
the,
It's just a small knife.
It's like a butter knife. I'm strapped to this. I'm strapped to a fucking butter knife to this quarterstaff. And just called it my pointy
cheese
stick.
knife. It was handed down to him through generations of wizards, like, this is the noble staff of Cosmodan, with powers untold, and he's, like, tying a knife to it, would you say?
So I shouldn't hit things with it.
And this is the knife that I used to butter my toast this morning.
Smiter
Together
of
they
bread!
Together they
Cleaver
make an
of
unstoppable
dairy
force.
products!
So, because there are only two players, I decided in order to be able to balance it out a little bit, since campaigns are balanced around 4 players, I am going to be coming in as a directed player character, known as, if I can find my character sheet, this directed player character is just going to be sitting on the sidelines and doing. He's true neutral, for fuck's sake. He's just here. He's just here because he hasn't got anything better to do.
What's his backstory?
His name is. I think that's a very
He
good
has
question.
stick. They don't. Beat people without stick. Done.
That's a very good question. Maybe you should ask him, and maybe I'll improvise it because I don't know it. His
But
name
we
is
already know his
Alston.
backstory.
Do we?
It's Liam's character, isn't it?
I just took his concept of a gnome barbarian.
Well, yeah, but his backstory was really funny. So, because our friend Liam was going to be joining us, but unfortunately couldn't, and we don't harbour any resentment to the cunt.
None at all. We're friendly.
Yes, we love the little piss stain, but that's really cruel. So I was thinking that you were just going to hijack his character and backstory in tribute to him.
Well, I didn't know what the backstory was because you couldn't get a hold of the character sheet.
Well, I know what it is.
Well, what is it then?
He was a banker. He worked in the banks, and people kept borrowing his pens until one day he snapped, destroyed everything in the bank, and now he's on a quest as a berserker, as a barbarian, to pay back everything he owes the bank for smashing all its shit.
Yes.
Find the long lost city of pens.
So
well, I picked the Outlander background, which doesn't really fit. Which doesn't, I guess
he stayed
I guess he lost
outside
his-
for a few days and it changed him.
I guess he lost his house.
He had one night sleeping rough. You'll never be the same man again.
Like the day before, he was like clean shaven and sensible. He had his tantrum. He lost his house, and then the next morning, he's like got a thick, scraggly beard, and he's like all dishevelled. Like, you don't want to go out there, man. It's crazy.
Oh shit! I've just realised I've given him a great axe. He's a gnome. He can't carry it.
Doesn't matter.
But I'll replace it with something else in a minute.
You just roll disadvantage.
That's literally what you do if they can't. If they for
Yeah.
small creatures, they're wielding a heavy weapon.
He's
How
a
about-
really big gnome.
How about we just ignore that rule and have him wield a great axe like it's an anime?
Fuck it, why not?
So we've got a gnome, which is a barbarian, who is essentially our tank. We've got a scrawny half-elf as a damage dealer with a fucking great sword and a glaive. And we've got a wizard half-orc
With a pointy stick.
with a pointy stick.
The unlikeliest of heroes!
It really
Never
fucking is.
I never said I was a fucking hero.
They are the heroes they needed, but not the heroes they asked for.
What?
Okay.
We are the heroes we needed.
But not that you asked for, yeah. What I said.
I didn't ask to be a half orc.
So,
Wasn't asked to be born, Mom.
so why, Artorius, are you, what?
Call me Reese.
So why, Reese, are you travelling down a dusty road?
I feel like it.
You just felt like it.
I mean,
You just
like,
walked out your house. You just packed your bags, walked out your house one day, span around, and then walked forward.
that's literally his backstory. He went out into the world to be an adventurer.
Burped.
He went out, burped. He wanted to be an adventurer.
Morty.
His father was a painter. And he didn't feel for that lifestyle, so instead what he did is he went out to travel the world and see some things and kill some people, and he got his ass kicked by some bandits. So he was like, alright, I'll knuckle down, work hard, earn the money I need to get some good weapons, and then I'll really head out for realsies. And now he's heading out for realsies, to make a name for himself as an adventurer.
Who are you again?
I'm Ryoko Artorias. Also...
Meanwhile, Grunk, why?
Call me Theodore Maxilius.
Okay, Grunk.
Why do you feel the need to travel to the village of Greenest?
Well, I have been having many nightmares recently about such a place, and felt I should investigate.
Right. You don't need to know the details of the dreams just yet.
Good, because I don't know them.
I love the idea. I love the idea of
down.
No, I forgot to write them down.
Make it up as you go along. I love the idea of this big fucking half-orc just curled up in bed, sleeping peacefully, having a fucking nightmare and going,
I must go to this town.
Greenpeace!
They're out of beer. Oh god!
Alright, I will tell you the details of the dream when you next have it.
Sweet.
So, you don't know where Greenest is, and so you you took the guidance of a young, of a middle-aged gnome by the name of Alston, who wields a great big fucking great axe to show you the way to Greenest.
I'm the smartest half-orc that's ever lived. How do I not know where this town is?
It doesn't mean you know geology or geography.
No, I'm the smartest orc that's ever lived. I know everything.
Greenest is a town where nothing happens. No, you're not going to know where it is unless you live there.
For now. Wait, so does the gnome live there?
Details.
I thought he was a banker. How does he know about this place?
Details. He invested in the stock market there. I don't fucking know.
But nothing happens there. You've written yourself into a corner, matey.
They've got some really good stock.
In what, dirt?
It's a tiny little shitty village with one skyscraper.
They've got really good stock in being the beginning for adventures.
That's like the demographic of the town.
Market.
Well, yeah, we're a small town full of simple peasants. This is where most adventures start.
Where's that quote from?
Huh?
Where's that quote from?
That's not a quote, I just said it.
I feel like I've heard that somewhere before.
That's because everything I say is just so quotable.
Okay.
Let's get started.
I love the time that you went. Best quote.
I don't remember that one.
I'll just look at any Dark Souls video.
I do not in every single Dark Souls video.
Okay, anyway. For the past several days, you have been travelling a road that winds lazily across the rolling grasslands of the green fields. Sundown is approaching when you top a rise and you see the town of Greenest just a few short miles away.
Are we all together?
No, you are traveling. I was just about to say you are traveling separately somewhat. Alston and the gnome and Grunk are traveling together. With Alston leading the way, and Reese is coming from a somewhat different angle. So you wouldn't have been walking together, but you are going to be meeting up at the same point eventually.
Okay.
But instead of the pleasant, welcoming town that you had come to expect, you see columns of black smoke rising from burning buildings.
Honestly, I didn't expect anything. I just picked this path. This could be normal for all I know.
He doesn't even know there's a town here.
Oh, it's the town of Bumfuckville, where everybody kills each other.
Nice area.
You see columns of black smoke rising from burning buildings, and from running figures that are little more than dots in the distance running between the buildings. And this certainly isn't normal. A dark winged shape wheeling low over the keep that rises above the center of town.
Listen, man, I've never been... I'm not going to make any assumptions on the Dark Lord who's hovering around.
For all I know.
Well, you know that it's common knowledge. It's common knowledge. You know that it's certainly extremely rare for a town to be being attacked by a dragon.
Rare, but not
I happen to really like dragons. I'm not sure who I should side with in this conflict.
Either way, I'm not paid enough to be here, so...
I'm not paid anything to be here.
Exactly. I just wanted to see where the town was. I'm gonna fucking leave.
Yeah, maybe come back later.
Yeah. I'll camp outside for a few days.
The stocks aren't worth this. I have a feeling they're about to plummet.
So, Grunk, as a matter of fact, Alston, as you come into you come into view of the burning town first because he's so short he doesn't see quite over the mound just yet. But
can he not ride his great axe like a pogo stick?
Have I not tied him to my staff yet?
Wave him around like a flag.
Wave him around as he waves his great axe.
What do you know, I see?
A range of like 60 feet.
Alston, what do you know, my sea? The fucking town's on fire! But as he comes into view of the town, he turns to you and says, "That certainly ain't normal. That town's being attacked by a fucking dragon."
I think I could benefit
Really? I
from
thought
this
it was the
information
annual
more.
festival.
What say ye? Should we go ahead? Should we go down there to help him?
Could we maybe wait a bit until the dragon has left so that we aren't killed?
Aye, we'll have a look, see what it does. You're the boss. Me, what
was he expecting to happen? I'll hit it with me big axe!
What should we do? Why don't we go stab the dragon with my pointy stick?
Come on, level 1 wizard, use your magic missile on it!
Artorius. Oh, sorry. Reese.
Hey, call me whatever you want.
As you come into view of the town that currently has a dragon swooping over the top of it, what do you think and do?
Well, what I think is, oh my god, that's a dragon. This is the first time I've ever seen one.
Ooh,
so,
hang on a minute. Let me remind myself what your Dragon Scholar feature does.
I want to tame it.
Can I tell what kind of dragon it is?
Well, it's certainly a nice shade of blue. Now, Artorius, to you, it is common knowledge. Actually, this might be common knowledge to most people. I'm not sure, but it certainly is to Artorius common knowledge that chromatic dragons are evil line. They are evil dragons.
Curse you, Tiamat.
You've studied dragons and their lore for many years. You can automatically identify locations built or used by dragons and can identify dragon eggs and scales by sight. If you fail the intelligence check to recall lore relating to dragons, you know someone or some book that solves it. Okay.
Do I know anything that could help me lead it away from the town without dying?
You know that it's rare for towns to be attacked by dragons, certainly ones as small as this.
That information is not going to help me in the current situation as it is being attacked anyway.
Motherfucker, this is how...
In the wise words...
When you ask the GM a question, they are consulting a list of answers and they are reading through it. That is
I know, it just reminded me of that therapist I went to see who said, "Oh, you've got fibromyalgia. It's mostly common in women and older people than you. I'm surprised you have it." And I said to him, "Yes, so am I." And yet here we are.
Now how do I deal with it? Oh, well, I don't know.
It's more common in older people and women. You shouldn't have that. Great.
I guess I'm cured.
What was that?
I guess I'm cured.
I kind of wish I played my paladin of Tiamat now. That'll be quite good. What do you do when you see the evil dragon? I run towards it, screaming, "Praise be!"
Actually, yes. Artorius, could you roll me an intelligence test?
Could you roll me an intelligence test?
Okay.
You've got all the fucking dice.
Right. Oh shit. Whoops! I accidentally rolled it. So I'm gonna roll a d20 because it's a
He got a 1.
No, we didn't. That was me rolling accidentally. By the way, Archie, you recording the Roll20 screen?
I'll just check. Yes. Okay. So over here is where the dice will be rolled. So if you would like to kindly avert your eyes over here, this big black screen will be the map. Here are all of our names. You know, Fluff Fox being Ben. I'm sure he's proud of that name right now. Finn is obviously the game master. This is obviously me. But yeah, so this is where the dice will be happening. Just below my ugly fucking face.
I mean, are you proud of the K.A.I games?
Yeah.
All right then.
Right, so I'm gonna. So this will be an intelligence test. Your intelligence modifier is 1, so let's add 1 to that, and we will roll that. That is a 7. That is
Probably should have rolled it yourself.
Durgan!
I think that's a bird.
You know bugger all basically about trying to get it to leave the village.
Don't I
You're
get
not
the?
even sure it's a dragon anymore.
But it rears its head. This is a few miles away.
Hang on
so
a minute.
you're
Don't
having
I get a thing by being a dragon scholar that if I fail an intelligence test, I?
Yes, that is very true. Yes, you do. You know someone or some book you can consult for the answer, unless the okay. So yeah,
I know someone, but he's on the other side of the world.
Say, you know that you could ask the dragon what it might like if you wanted.
Excuse me, sir.
What would motivate you to leave peacefully?
Sir or madam, I'm not judging.
Can I roll an intelligence check to see what gender it is, actually?
It'll be perception, I think.
That'd be a perception test.
Well, no, it wouldn't, because, like, you can't tell by the genitalia. It could have any of the 76 existing genders. This could be a special snowflake dragon.
Identifies as Apache helicopter. They haven't been invented yet, but that's not going to stop it.
You hear it going with its mouth.
It's you know that you could that you'll be able to consult a book on dragons in any major library in one of the cities.
I would have known that without the fucking scholar thing.
Well, cool, but that's what you get. That's what you're getting.
Does this small backwards town have a massive library?
But,
Can I consult the gnome?
On the other side of the hill.
But the dragon actually rears its head, and you hear even from this distance you hear the shatter and crackle of lightning, and the center of the town, or around the keep actually, lights up with blue, and then it beats its wings and takes to the sky.
Yeah, you better run.
So, what do either of you do now?
I wait for it to come back down if it does.
I would like to duck down behind a nearby bush and observe.
I'm just gonna stand on top of the fucking hill.
Give me a second.
It's a lightning dragon. That is the worst thing you could do.
I'm gonna stand on top of the hill, taller than the gnome,
I'm going
shirtless.
I'm going to take my metal pole and hold it up into the sky.
I shouldn't have attached this knife to the end of it.
Oh dear God!
Take it off! Take it off!
Once it takes to the sky, the dragon actually flies off into the middle of a forest, completely in the opposite direction to either of you.
Okay.
And it lands, and you can't see it amongst the trees.
I would like to approach the town.
I suppose I shall do the same thing with my gnome.
Okay.
My pet gnome.
Give him a treat.
And
Do I have any gnome treats on me? Can I quickly buy them?
Fuck that, dog treats.
Bit of hay.
And as you two start to come to the building lines of the town, you do see many people running in the streets, plumes of smoke. But as well as people, you also see the reptilian. You also see reptilian forms walking on four legs. And in different corners of the town, you think you can hear the crash bang and whizziness of
I was gonna say wallop.
magic being cast. What'd you say?
I thought you were gonna say crash bang wallop.
And
Can I
yes,
interrupt real quick? On the way into town, I'm going to cast Find Familiar as a ritual, just so I don't spend a spell slot. Just because I have time while I'm walking.
okay. What familiar do you want?
What are the options? Let me check.
I think pretty much anything in that has stats. I'm gonna find familiar.
No, because remember we had this conversation before where we wanted to do a Tristan Cat, but that's technically not available. I guess I'll do a Raven. No, a Hawk. Hawk sounds better.
Let me remind myself how Find Familiar works. Takes an animal form you choose: bat, cat, crab, frog, hawk, lizard, octopus, owl, snake, fish, rat, raven, seahorse, spider, or weasel.
Specifically, it's a poisonous snake. Not that it matters because it can't attack, but unless I attach it to my stick.
Coil it around the stick and use its fangs with the knife.
So what do you want to summon?
I guess a hawk. That way it can fly around.
Dude, if you summon the snake, you can, like, get its poison out of its fangs, pour it on the blade, and make a poison blade.
No, you can't, because it's not actually a poisonous snake. Find Familiar summons either a fey, celestial,
Oh
or
yeah,
fiend
it's
that takes the form of a mundane creature.
Oh, it's a fucking Patronus, then.
I'm trying to think.
Basically.
Yeah. So Celestia's good. Fiend is basically bad. Is Fey neutral?
Fays are fairy people of sorts.
Okay, it's not going to be that, so I'll do Celestial, I guess. A Celestial Hawk.
Celestial Hawk. Okay. Does it? What form does what's its appearance? Because can you remember when we used the stats of a weasel to make a fox once? What is it that you?
Raven. A hawk, sorry. Just a hawk. I presume that's just because it's on the list. I presume that is just an animal that's in the
Okay, fair enough.
in the book.
Yep. So I've got the stats of the hawk right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my.
Giant fucking half-orc with a little fucking hawk on his shoulder.
I was tempted to do seahorse, but there's no point. What would it do? Sits on the ground, gasping for water.
You just hold it in, like, your finger and thumb.
And throw it.
What could you do with a seahorse? I mean, I guess if you're going into the sea, I suppose.
But they're so
You can get
small.
a fish as well.
They're like a few inches big.
Hold on, you can get a seahorse, a rat, a fish, and you can get an octopus.
Dude, an octopus would be useful.
Yeah, why would you pick an octopus? Okay.
Here, hold these 8 swords. Go.
So on your way, you for 10 minutes you utter
I was talking more they can squeeze into stuff.
You utter the incantations of the wizardry, and
Wizardry.
and a hawk from seemingly nowhere flies down from the skies and lands on your shoulder.
I just keep it there. I'm not going to do anything with it right now. I just thought I'd summon it now.
Fair enough.
Send it to peck out the eyes of the people.
Send it to go fight the dragon.
Go, my beast of friend! It flies off and just gets munched.
That basically be what happened. Because I don't feel like I need to tell you this, but dragons are fucking tough.
We should kill it.
Right, and roughly at about the same time, the two halves to this party make it into make it just past the first couple of the first buildings on the outskirts of the town, and you would probably have spotted each other just as you would emerge out of the alleys onto the street, but your attention is caught by something else.
You mean
Can
the
we get a
shiny
map,
celestial
please, kind
bird?
sir?
Hang on a second. So you're telling me the big half-orc with the pointy hat and the shiny bird has not
It's not a
caught my
shiny
attention?
bird. It's not a shiny bird. It's just a bird.
Oh, well, that's so much more
no,
normal.
It's a celestial bird, so it is.
Does it actually take?
It is celestial, yeah.
I can never remember with Find Familiar if it summons it just to make it look like a normal animal.
My
or if
point
it
is,
actually-
there's a half-orc with a pointy stick, a gnome with a giant battle axe, a pointy fucking hat on his head,
Some
and a
moon
fucking
spectacles.
tiny little spectacles, and a fucking shiny bird on his shoulder. And you're telling me something else is getting my attention? This had better be something fucking impressive, I'm telling you that
It
much.
better be the dragon coming back.
The dragon's come back and he's wearing a top hat and a bow tie, dancing a little jig with a cane that's made out of a tree.
He felt he had to outdo me.
He's got two birds.
Oh no.
Without warning, 5 humans dash out from the building that separates the two halves of the party. Actually,
That's your fucking trump card. Interesting half-orc with the pointy hat, etc. Look out, 5 humans!
Oh god.
Never
Without
before have I
warning.
seen.
Well, yeah, without warning, don't forget.
5 humans dash out from the building to your side.
Okay.
A limping man and 3 young children race across the street into more shadows, and a woman carrying a round shield and broken spear turns and faces in the direction of which they came. 8 kobolds stream out of the building behind them on the family's heels and fan out around the woman, who looks determined to delay the creatures for as long as possible. Do you intervene?
Remind me what kobolds are. They're the little things, right?
Kobolds
New
are...
Vegas geckos, but smaller.
Okay, so they're lizardy.
Yeah.
Yes, they are lizardy humanoids. Like about 2 feet tall.
And so the man is limping because he's wounded, or because he's old?
He's got an erection and he can't hold it.
He is
Little
obviously
kobolds.
he's obviously covered in blood. The children were screaming as they came out of the building.
Now, I don't like children, but
Better act fast.
okay, look, I have a whimsical nature. I'm going to intervene.
Grunk. Okay, Grunk. What do you do?
Yeah, fuck it. I'd smack one of them with my pointed stick.
Oh, you're going straight in for it.
I was gonna try and be diplomatic, be like, "Hey guys, what's the problem?" And then this fucking half-orc punts one with his stick.
No. You said they were surrounding her, right?
Yes.
These kobolds. Yeah, I'm just gonna beat one with my fucking pointy stick.
Wonderful, fantastic. May everybody please roll me initiative.
Yeah, can you roll us initiative?
Yeah, roll me
please?
initiative, Finn.
Oh, I'm gonna miss saying that. Right, in that case then, I might as
Everyone
well.
please roll me initiative. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
That case then, give me a second.
You should still announce what you're rolling, though. So I don't mind. Keep saying it, but then do it yourself.
Yep. Right.
Wait, we can roll, can't we? Yeah.
We can, but I don't want to roll the wrong thing.
Oh shit! Hang on a minute.
I've already rolled the wrong thing because I get +2 and I didn't add that.
I fucked something up. I'm still learning how Roll20 works. Hang on a minute.
Guys,
Do you guys intervene? I smack one with a stick.
I'm sure we can come to some kind of peaceful.
So much for 16 intelligence.
Me smash!
I can't help it, I'm a half-orc, it's in my nature.
Fucking gnome's like, yeah, I fought you with a smart one.
Shut up, pen man.
You just saw some little things and like the primitive part of your brain clicked on.
I saw something too small to exist, and thought I hit with stick.
You felt threatened.
Just to clarify, I'm doing this with no armor at all. I'm doing this shirtless. with a bit of sharp metal attached to a staff. And 9 health.
If anything, it should have gone the opposite way around. Because I've got a fucking great sword.
Okay, you should have jumped in and I should have gone, ah, magic. No, just stick.
My sword is bigger than their bodies. You ran in with a little fucking stick.
I ran in with a butter knife on a stick. What did you achieve today? I killed someone with this knife.
On this stick. Oh, you didn't even, like, cast a spell at them, or, like...
I could have done anything. I could have given myself Blade Ward. I could have firebolted.
Summoned the fucking demons of hell.
Like, even mage armor would have been a good idea.
You could have even sent the hawk in to, like, distract them.
That's a lot of kobolds.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm trying to draw something for
Not you, I'm talking about him.
Okay.
I run up to the back one and smack it with steak.
So, for context, this one here is me, this one is Grunk, and this, I assume, is the gnome, and these are the kobolds, and this is the woman.
No diplomacy. I smack with steak.
Okay.
Are you gonna have all the kobolds go at once?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to deal with 8 fucking kobolds. Jesus Christ.
Please don't let them attack me, I'm very squishy.
Do I have to jump in on this fight, or can I just leave him to his fate?
You can do whatever you want.
Welcome to the first session of
Alright.
D&D. Characters all die. Alright guys, that was the first session.
Okay,
Right.
here we go.
Grunk, you have a +2 to your initiative.
Yeah.
You get a 14. You're gonna get a surprise round.
You had better hope.
Because I just run up and stick.
You had better hope that I get to go first, because then I can fireball.
Alston rolled a 1.
He wasn't expecting this wizard. No.
What the fuck?
He's just like, what the fuck is this orc doing?
Right, Artorius, even if you're not necessarily intervening, I'm still going to roll in, initiative for you, because it's your order of action.
Okay.
You rolled an 18 +3 gives you 21 for your initiative.
I'm gonna fireball so that he can't get over here and get in the way of it.
And then I have not got the stats for a kobold. Give me a minute.
Still wish I played my kobold for this campaign.
Well, we're not doing
Golo's guide, I know.
yeah.
But just suddenly this kobold starts attacking other kobolds. It's
Why
such
could you
confusion.
want anything other than a giant, well-mannered, well-educated half-orc losing it at the first sign of combat and smashing a kobold to death with a stick? Rather than
This
use
orc-
it.
this
He
orc was
studied
tried-
for like 20 fucking years, and the first taste of combat, he flips his shit.
Just now remember.
Someone is in danger.
Now just remember, keep your cool. Keep your cool. You're here to help people. Small thing.
Hang on a minute. What's your alignment? Is it-
Neutral good.
It's neutral. Okay, yeah, okay. You're doing good. Okay.
I'm
fair
helping
enough.
someone.
Right, and then the woman. I'm not going to tell you what she's rolled.
Wonderful. Although
There
I
were
do have.
just so
I do-
many other options.
Hey, to be honest.
Eric, can you see the turn order?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. That you shouldn't be seeing that.
Well, I can.
That's fucking dumb.
Well, I can see it.
I think it's just to help other people.
That you should not be allowed to see the turn order. I'm going to keep a separate turn order.
I'm sorry, it's the two of us. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference.
It
Oh,
really
no.
doesn't, does it? I could not give a shit talking about it.
All I know is that I'm not going first, but I am because I
Hang
get
on a
surprise
minute.
round.
You guys shouldn't be able to see the turn order. Now you, fighter, please cast Fireball. We need to play a fair game, gentlemen.
You, half-orc wizard, use your knife on a stick.
Right. Grunk, you go first in this.
Oh, I get a surprise
what?
round. Okay,
I
just
thought I
me.
had 21.
Grunt got a surprise round because
We're
no-
just going, ah!
For fuck's sake. I wanted the Fireball. Now he's going to be in the blast radius.
What's the range? The 30 feet is the fucking.
Jesus Christ! You're gonna take out buildings. You're gonna destroy fucking buildings.
I was going to aim at the building next to me. So that the woman would...
Kill all of the old men inside. You kill yourself.
No, I was going to lob it round the corner and position it so that it only hurts them and the woman is just out the radius.
And anyone who ran into that building.
Fuck the building, they're safe.
So you'd cast it here.
Yes.
Hit me. Hit me.
Oh, you know what that would hit? Fuck him. He's fucking charging it. I don't give a fuck about him.
The range of, the size of fire. Bearing in mind, Fireball is a level 3 spell. It's going to hurt him a lot. You're not meant to be getting this until level 5.
Throw it in the building then.
I don't get it until level 5. You've given it to him at level 1. What do I get?
Okay.
A knife
Can
on
I
a
make
stick?
a small one?
Can I make it smaller, please?
Right, okay. Grunk, it is your turn. What do you do?
Just run away and I will deal with
No.
Oh.
Oh, it's a 20-foot sphere, not a 30-foot.
Okay, so he should be
That's
fine.
Still fucking huge.
So there's 20 from here. That's still pretty bloody big.
Yeah, but it won't get the woman and it will get them.
Okay.
Only problem is this asshole's gonna run in now.
So, I just remembered I'm a wizard. I only get one attack. I'm not a fighter. I'm not a barbarian.
And you can't even make the distance.
Can't even make the distance.
Oh, you
So-
can make it to this one.
No, I'm gonna start like following the wall of the building, and as I go, I'm gonna cast magic missile, and hit the 3 closest to me each with a different magic missile,
Okay, so you're gonna move along to here.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
and hit the closest 3 with magic missile.
Okay, you don't need
These
to roll
poor
to hit.
fucking kobolds. Where the fuck are these missiles and fireballs coming from?
Okay, you just magic missile automatically hits, doesn't it? You just roll the damage.
Yeah, it's 1d4 plus 1 damage.
Where's the +1 coming from? From your
It-
attack bonus?
Oh no, that's just the general thing. Dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage to its target.
Oh, okay. Right. Let me
Do
write
you-
down.
Hold on. What's my... I don't actually know my bonus. My spell attack is plus 5. No, that's to hit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
okay.
So let me just write down get the health going for these kobolds. So now that you're gonna fuck them up.
I don't know, like, it could... I might do 2 damage to each of them.
Yeah, but still, I need to keep track of their health individually.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I
So
don't know if I use fuck him up as the wording.
right. So to the top, so to the northmost kobold, you deal 4 damage.
That's plus 1, yeah?
Yep, that's with the +1.
Okay.
To the next kobold along, you deal 5 damage and he dies. To the
Wow.
the magic missile goes straight through his chest.
It fucking
and he-
Goku's him.
As I do this, by the way, I say, fear not, Theodore Maxilius is here to save you.
Theodore Maxilius. Grunk.
Theodore Maxilius is here.
I leave out the last name. I don't say Grunk.
And to the next kobold, you deal 4 force damage. Oops.
Sweet.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Can't do anything else.
Okay. Artorius.
You already know what's coming. I've been cooking a special dish for these boys.
Right. So so you want it to be like here?
Is that gonna?
Does here look about right?
Yeah, but
Actually, hang on a minute. If you do it from here, you'll be able to hit them and not hit yourself.
Yeah,
Or
sure,
building full of people.
I'll do that.
So we're talking like, oh shit, no. So here like that. So you just so you cook up a fireball, even though that's not how fireball works, but I don't give a shit. So you cook up a fireball in your hands and you lob it.
How many of them would it hit? Would it hit those 4?
It's going to hit this one, this one, this one, and this one. It's not going to hit that one because that's 25.
What if I move it right one?
If you do it from there, yes, that's going to hit those.
You hit 3. I'm trying to hit 5.
That's going to hit those 5. Yes.
Can I help magic the wizard?
No.
How many spell slots does he have, by the way?
He only has 1 spell slot.
Okay.
This is all I know.
He only has 1 spell slot that he can only use for this.
So he can only do this once a day.
Pretty much, yes.
Got it.
So you lob the fireball. And how much does your fireball do?
I don't know. You're gonna have to look it up for me and tell us all.
Okay. Your fireball. You've got your character sheet. Oh, yeah, you're recording, aren't you?
I can actually open that though. Hang on, let me have a look. 1 fireball, 4d6 fire.
So you.
Oh yes, they have to make a dexterity check, and they take half damage if they succeed it.
Yes, but
right.
It's usually 8d6, isn't it?
It's usually 8d6. Yes. For a real fireball.
He's doing this at level 1.
He's doing this at level 1. Yes, I know.
He doesn't know magic.
So for this kobold, it doesn't fucking matter because he's on 1 health, so he fucking disintegrates. As does that.
Barely has time to scream.
Just, what the fuck?
Right,
Before he's engulfed, he gets shot by a magic missile and falls into the fireball.
As this fireball goes off, I'm sort of looking around with a very, very confused look.
Did I do that?
Because I don't know if I did that.
You can't even see me. I'm round the corner.
I know. I don't know you're there. So I'm just like, what the fuck happened?
Oh, hang on. I need to figure out what your spell save DC is. This will take a second. It will be what's the usual formula for wizard spell save DC?
Intelligence.
8 plus intelligence or 10 plus intelligence? You're a wizard. You should know.
Yeah, I'm checking what my DC is. It's 8 plus proficiency, then plus intelligence. But would he be proficient?
No.
So
it's
8 plus intelligence.
8 plus intelligence, which is 3. So so they have to roll a DC.
Wait,
11
intelligence is free.
DC 11 dexterity check.
Hang on, intelligence is free.
+3 modifier.
Do I have a +3 modifier on it?
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is 13.
Yeah, like fuck does he have a +3? He has a +1.
Yeah.
Who was I? I was looking at someone else then.
You were looking at me.
Oh shit. Right, so they have to succeed on a DC 9 dexterity check to take half damage. So kobold, so that kobold rolls, passes.
Oh.
Kobold at the very bottom passes. Kobold above him fails horrifically because he rolled a 1. And then kobold to the right of him succeeds. So he's only taking half damage. So this is.
I need to roll a 10 to kill them.
So let's do the kobold that succeeded, that failed even. So roll. So I roll 4d6 and then half the damage.
Oh no! Oh yeah.
Why don't hang on a minute? Why don't you just hang on? But it's a fireball spell, right? So it's going to damage all of them consistently. Why don't you just roll for the fireball's damage and then half it?
That's not how it works. You roll the damage separately. A target takes X amount of damage on a failed save, half as much as a successful one.
So what you're saying is, a kobold in the center of the fireball can take half as much damage as the one next to him, just because of having different rolls.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
As a point, I forget. Did you say it was day or night?
It's sundown.
But the sun is still technically there.
Yes.
And you've looked at the kobold stats, yeah? And the fact that they have sun, whatever.
Dim light. Actually, no. It is written in the book that there is dim light. That there is dim light throughout the whole of the village.
Well, I'm just checking because they have
sunlight sensitivity. Yes.
That's it. That's the one.
I missed that. Right. So the kobold that failed is going to take 4d6 fire damage. So that is 5 plus 2 plus he's dead.
Yeah, I was going to say that first dice killed him, didn't it?
So kobold at the bottom takes 4d6 and then half. 3 plus 4 plus 6. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
And then the kobold to the right takes 1 plus 2 to make 3 plus 5 to make 8 plus 5 to make 13. He's dead.
So I just got a magic missile, killed 2, and then got...
You killed 1.
No,
Kame.
Yeah, just suddenly this fireball has erupted, and I know it's not me. I know it's not me, so I'm fucking confused.
So he just came out, wounded 2, killed 1, and then I obliterated 5.
Oh, I deleted the kobold that had the turn counter on it, so I don't know what their turn counter was.
It was 19.
It was 19. Okay, I'm gonna have to do turn counters separately.
Oh man!
Next time.
So this poor woman, she's like standing there, ready to die, and then in a blaze of magic and fire, she's suddenly only dealing with 2 of them. Oh! Okay then.
She blinked and half of them just exploded.
She'll have post-traumatic stress disorder for the rest of her life.
From us saving her.
From explosions and dying.
So the kobold on the far right.
Please tell me he comes to me.
Please.
I want to use my SHWORD.
Actually, the kobold on the left feels the searing heat of his brethren being bubbled and cooked alive.
An eyeball pops out one of their heads and hits him on the cheek.
He turns around.
Shits himself.
He's fucking going for me. He's a madman.
Well, he must think, he's a wizard. That means I can get him in close combat. He's so squishy. And that's where you're wrong.
He leaps off of his legs, soaring through the air, and brings his dagger down on top of you. So I roll.
He crits and deals 18 damage.
Stabs me straight through the head, and I die.
Right. What is your AC? Your AC
16.
Is 16. Yeah, you sidestep it.
I am God in this land.
His dagger is planted into the dirt.
What did he roll?
I'm not telling you.
Aww.
And then this last kobold attacks the woman.
Does he not realise his brother is now effectively dead?
It counts dead, right?
And he hits her.
Uh-oh.
Because she doesn't matter.
I wonder how quickly this campaign would end if it's just like, do you intervene? Nah.
And so you found what you were looking for and went home.
So you found that there was nothing here worth saving and left.
She tries to deflect the dagger attack with her shield, but it goes straight through her leg, and she screams in pain.
Oh, fuck off! It's just your
It's a
leg.
shame we didn't bring any healers. Oh well.
Yeah, you guys are gonna die.
Ah well.
Tell that to those 6 roasting kobolds.
Oh boy, we killed some kobolds. We're
Oh
so
boy,
hard.
you're defeating a level 1 encounter with level 3 spells. Go you.
Dude, 5 in one go. And don't even give me that shit. I'm about to slice this boy in half.
And then she retaliates by missing completely.
Nice.
Why are we saving her again? She's shit.
I don't know. I saw she was in trouble and decided to help.
She's defending her children and husband.
Honestly, they'd have a better chance than her.
Because you're good aligned, so you would intervene.
Actually, it's because I'm whimsically aligned. So I
Is that what it says? You're whimsically neutral.
Grunk.
I'm not allowed to throw my point.
Wait a minute, I thought Grunk already had his turn, or was that an extra?
That was his surprise round.
Okay.
Am I not allowed to throw my pointy stick?
No, because it's not technically a spear.
Don't
I
bother
throw
with
it
the
as an
one near
improviser.
me.
I firebolt the one attacking the woman. Now that I've just seen this kobold stab at something, so I'm assuming something is dealing with it.
Okay.
So I firebolt the one near the woman.
Oh, a firebolt, huh? That's cute.
Yeah.
So how does fire? Just wait until he gets like polymorph and really outdoes you.
You hurl a mode of fire at a creature or object within a range. Make a ranged spell attack, so that's +5 on that.
So yeah, make a ranged spell attack, please.
I'd love to. Give me the dice.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to roll it for you?
Yep.
Plus.
No, I can do it on here.
+5, did you say?
What I get?
I don't know.
Got a 9. I fucking hate this website. I'm ignoring the website from now on. Can we just use normal dice?
Yeah, I'll just roll it for you.
Okay.
Right, so I've never ever liked to generate computer-generated dice rolls.
It doesn't feel as fair.
+5. You rolled a 10 total.
See?
Do I hit?
For a 10 total on a firebolt on a kobold. No, I'm sorry, you miss.
How badly do I miss?
Ah, what a great wizard.
Do I hit the woman?
You set
mistake.
a flower on fire.
Okay, well I then move 30 feet towards this kobold. I go
Time to
go
do it the
behind-
old-fashioned way.
I go behind the kobold so that she gets advantage.
Oh yeah, good
so
idea.
so that she can fucking hit something. It's like Irina all over again.
Sure, yeah. Okay, and oh yeah, dipshit's here.
Hello.
Okay, right.
His turn's over.
Actually, he
Throws his axe.
no, he does take out a hand axe and he lobs it at the kobold.
Oh. There are 2 people standing next to it, and it's a small target. He is
Yes,
not...
he will have disadvantage.
Yeah, but it's okay because he's small too, so he's on the same level as the kobold. Therefore,
You're a huge half-orc. He's way more likely to hit you. And look at the angle.
Oh, the fuck was that? Oh, I can roll it just by doing that. Oh, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Wow, let's never do this.
Right, so I roll. He hits the kobold with the hand
Wow.
axe.
Fuck me, he's better than you.
fuck off.
It twirls through the.
When I get polymorph, I'm turning you into a fucking rat.
I'll still be better than you.
I'll tie you to the end of my quarterstaff.
I'll fucking eat
twirls-
through it.
It spins through the fucking air majestically and deals 2 damage.
Did it actually hit the kobold, or did it just land near him?
Oh yeah, it did hit the
It
kobold.
landed on his foot.
Yeah.
Ow!
The handle hit his foot. Oops.
And it dealt 2 damage. Wonderful.
I'm looking
Right.
at my abilities, like stats list, and there's a lot of -2s in there because I forgot how much requires charisma.
Artorias, it is your turn.
My mother always told me a problem halved was a problem solved, so I would like to slice this little man in half with my big sword.
Right, it is a interaction with the environment to take the sword out. So after this little shit just plants the dagger into the dirt beneath you, you reach behind your back with both hands and pull out a sword bigger than it and bring it clashing down on top.
Like the kobold looks up in slow motion, tears in its eyes as it just knows.
Its face is cast in shadow by the mighty blade.
Blocks out the sun.
Meanwhile, me with my pointy stick.
I'm just finding the stats for a greatsword.
Maybe we should swap.
And
Like my
so
pointy stick.
what's your attack modifier? It's +5.
What?
What's your attack modifier?
What would that be? Strength?
Strength plus proficiency in this instance.
Yes, +5.
+5. And you get 22. So that
I think
I cleave the earth in half.
right.
the sword keeps going.
You now
It
deal
kills more kobolds.
You now deal 2d6 damage plus strength, so that is 6
I was
plus 4 plus your damage. You deal 12 damage. He is cleaved from skull to bollocks.
And then sort of flops next to you.
Poor bust.
His two halves fall apart. They fall apart from either side of each other. Like,
And I can't move now, right? That's my entire turn.
You still have 30 feet.
Can I like?
It was
Can I stroll over to them?
You spent your action to make an attack action.
Okay. Can I like? I have a crossbow, don't I?
It would be a free action to drop your greatsword and then a interaction with the environment to take your crossbow out, which you've already spent to take out your greatsword.
I'll just stroll a little bit closer, not too close, just just in case they need
like
me.
here.
One more. Just to the left. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a bit to the left.
I just want to like have a look, see what these two do, because they've attacked this thing like 3 times between all of them and not killed it.
The kobold's got an axe sticking out of it.
This bitch has tried stabbing it. The other guy's tried hitting it with his pointy stick. One's thrown an axe.
I haven't hit it with my pointy stick yet.
Oh no, you just ran up to it, didn't you?
Yeah,
you shot a firebolt at it.
The kobold turns around, sees the great big fucking orc behind it
With the pointy hat.
"Ah!" and tries to run. Would you like
Do I
to
get an
invoke-
attack of opportunity?
You may invoke an attack of opportunity if you so wish.
If he misses,
I
do
do
I
it.
get an attack of opportunity?
And you get
Use my attack of opportunity to try and impale this kobold on my stick.
advantage because the kobold is surrounded. And that what's your attack modifier?
+4.
+4. Wow, you have a lot of strength. Right, so that's 3 or 16. So yeah, you hit the kobold.
Yep.
And this is effectively a spear, so this is D6 plus strength, which is 2 to make it.
Oh no, I did it with 2 hands, so it's D8.
You didn't tell me that before
fair
I rolled
enough.
the dice. And you skewer the kobold through its throat, and it gurgles its last breath.
As I lift the spear up, I sort of fling it off to the side to hit the building or something.
You like GNOME throw it into the side of the wall. That's the name of the
Okay.
sport, right? GNOME.
Give me a moment while I read over the aftermath of the combat.
They're
I didn't
dead.
say I was done.
More blood.
I attack this strange woman.
You attack the boy with the sword.
Right.
I turn around and attack the wizard that isn't a wizard.
So yes, combat over.
Yeah, it is. It's GNOME. How the fuck did I remember that?
Combat over. This is the first time that you have seen each other.
I just look at him. How did you do that?
I'm just gonna put my sword away.
Next to the glaive.
I do not want to answer that because that requires me explaining some questionable legality. So I glance at the ground and just attach my sword to my back again.
And sort of rub your feet together.
Scratch my arm.
Are you one of the great magical arts?
Just bite my lower lip like...
And start sweating profusely.
I start shaking violently, I vomit a bit. I pull it out again, I try and kill it. The whole
My
thing
pointy stick will protect me.
He knows too much.
They must all perish. The fucking gnome didn't even get close to us.
Stop the way over there.
Guys!
He pulls his hand out the corpse.
He's
though.
supposed to be the fucking
Tank.
barbarian.
He only has 25 feet of movement because he's small.
Couldn't.
I just start throwing
I
him.
was gonna say you should have thrown him. No one tosses a dwarf, but they never said shit about gnomes. Tie him to the pointy stick and throw the stick.
Do I then have a dwarf with reach? What is the damage of a dwarf? I'm assuming it's bludgeoning.
Right. So I'm going to go for a quick bathroom break.
Oh.
So,
I have a
the
great
woman
idea.
is going to the woman is going to say something in just a moment.
She's gonna sit there idly and wet herself. Suddenly regain cognitive thought and go, thank you. Oh shit, I'm covered in piss. How did that happen?
She comes to the realization that she couldn't even hit one of them, and we just wiped out 8. Oh. I just transitioned it to the K.A.I Super Live Show splash screen instead of the board screen, because that's what I use for breaks. So how are you doing, Ben? How do you think this is going so far?
Oh, it's going pretty good. I look at you, how did you do that? How do I do what?
Don't worry about it.
What?
Oh,
It was...
you know, it's just, yeah. Yeah. You'll learn one day. You fucking ran along the side of the wall like a fucking secret agent, launching magic missiles and shit. Like 2 of them like, ah! And one of them pierces through the heart and you're like, yes, I am a true magic user. Proficient in, and a fucking massive fireball cascades in and blows them up.
So what the fuck happened there?
And then, like, you go in to take care, like, one of them seems to run away, so you take care of the other one, turn around, and there's just 2 halves left next to a scrawny
Thank you so
half-elf.
much.
I look at the wet puddle at her feet, confused.
No, she clutches the spear and the
Bet she
shield,
does.
leans against it, and catches her breath.
She did 1 fucking attack! She's been stabbed! Has she?
Yes, so
That was never
the
never
kobolds,
specified.
you don't see them complaining.
And she's
This lad has been cleaved in half, he ain't said shit!
And she's been fighting inside the building. There's more that's going on than you can see.
Oh.
I can see everything. I have dark vision.
This is an RPG, motherfucker. Things go on behind the scenes.
No, they don't.
But
I'm
I'm a
the only
simple
thing that matters.
consumer. I'm the only
Right,
thing that matters. And I
she
killed
drops
like
the-
1 of them, 2 of them.
She drops the spear and clutches the bleeding wound around her leg. She says, "Thank you. I don't think I would have lost it if you hadn't come."
Wow, really?
What makes you say that?
Can I just can everybody please remind me of their personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws, please?
Well, I'm convinced that everyone's trying to steal my secret tome that I have.
You have a secret tome? I want to steal that.
No, my bond is I have an ancient text that holds terrible secrets. And then my personality trait is I'm convinced people are always trying to steal my secrets. But my flaw, I was tempted to put as I could not keep a secret to save my life. So I was just gonna go around going, look at this magical tome of inconceivable power that I have. You can't have it. It's mine.
Yes, but you didn't do that, did you? So what is your flaw?
My flaw is I'm easily distracted by the promise of information.
Okay.
That would be
And,
why he instantly turned around and asked me how I did the thing. So that was very good roleplay on your part.
Wasn't even considering that.
And then Artorius, what are your things?
Well, my personality traits is I always want to know how things work and what makes people tick. You know, I'm a sucker for information as well, it seems. And I'm committed to the people that I care about, namely me.
Bond?
I was. In fact, you made me write this in the most pretentious, fucking airy-fairy way possible.
That's because that's how you said it.
Because I was being sarcastic. And you were like, that sounds really good. I was born a chick in this harsh world, but I will grow into a soaring eagle. I'm all about improvement. And no one must ever learn of... I did a thing, don't worry about it.
Okay,
What thing? Nothing.
Can I have some inspiration now? So into the act, I won't even tell the game master.
So she said, I don't know how long I would have lasted if you hadn't come along. Well, I've never seen you. I've never seen you around here before. What are you doing in Greenest?
Oh, but you must have heard of me. My name is Theodore Maxilius. Grunge.
Your flaw should have been embarrassed by a horrific last name.
Her eyebrows narrow, and she says, "Who?"
I just stay quiet.
What was that last name again?
What last name? Maxilius?
No, I'm sure you had another last name after that. Of course, I have to know who my comrade in battle was. I myself am Rioto Artorius, but you can call me Reese.
Just call me Theodore.
Anyway, gentlemen, if you plan to stay in Greenest, you must go to the keep. It's the town is not safe at the moment. We're currently overrun.
I saw the lightning coming from there. That doesn't seem very safe either.
You're overrun today. I would never have imagined.
Did either of you pick sass for one of your fucking drains?
I don't see Theodore as a sassy person, to be honest.
I don't say that.
I think he's saying it out of character.
I think you've been playing too much Isaiah from my character.
Or not enough, because we haven't played it.
I think this is just Ben's natural nature in real life. As opposed to his unnatural nature.
Anyway, she said, yeah, the lightning. That would have been the dragon. It comes and goes occasionally, but the keep is still the safest place because it's fortified, and that's where everyone is.
It really was a beautiful dragon
in this town.
This is absolutely not a common occurrence.
Well, you said it appears occasionally, so I assumed
the dragon appears occasionally today. It's been coming and going for the last every quarter of an hour or so.
It was so horribly phrased. It appears occasionally today. Huh?
It appears occasionally.
She's flustered.
Once in a while today he'll appear.
She's flustered.
But she's
well,
saying
she should
If
become unflustered.
you're gonna go ahead and picking apart all the dialogue, I'd like to see you try running one of these.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll just make it not funny. That's what the audience wants.
We'll just be serious about this. We're sorry.
Yes. My lady, what is the origin of this dragon? I'm a very serious person, you see.
We have no idea.
Do you say that?
No,
Look how serious
I do say no. I'm taking this so seriously. See? No, I do ask, what are the origins of this dragon? Why is it here and harassing the town?
We have no idea. A bunch of kobolds, sort of tiny dragons and humans in robes just showed up and started trying to burn the town.
So this isn't just a dragon. This is a whole army.
This is an organization. Yes, they are all over the town. Greenest, for reference, quickly. Greenest, as you spotted from coming in, is something like 900, 1,000 feet across in terms of size. It's a relatively it's quite a decently sized town.
Can I check my dragony knowledge to see if I know any sort of organizations associated with chromatic dragons that would be doing something like this, or if I could distinguish the motivation of this dragon in particular?
Give me a moment while I check something for you.
Because this has spiked old Artorius's young Artorius's interest. It has a dragon. It has a mystery. There are things to be solved.
Hang on a minute. I need to look something up about the organization to see if it's common knowledge at all.
This gnome's still trying to get over here as we talk. Just that slow.
I like the idea that he just gave up trying and is sitting there.
He just sat down and just went, fuck
He's
you,
like
you
he's
deal
like
with
put a hat over his head and he's like resting against his axe, which is like buried halfway into the ground. Oh, we're a ragtag bunch of flunkies.
I know it's in here somewhere.
I always imagined Grunk to be sort of like a leader sort of character from My Hero Academia.
Artorius, are you for how long have you been traveling? Are you local to the general area?
Well, I've been, moving around from place to place, but not in a direct line, so I honestly have no idea how far away I am from home, but it has been about a month or two.
A month or two, okay. You have heard stories in inns occasionally.
Storius.
You have heard stories.
I fucking hate you, and I hate that joke. Can Theodore, for no apparent reason, unbeknownst to himself, just turn around and stab?
Just knock me in the side of the head with his pointy stick, the other end.
Why'd you do that? I don't know, I just felt like it.
You've heard merchants and travelers that are from the area tell you stories whilst making small talk in inns that the Sword Coast, which is the name of the immediate area of which we are, along the Sword Coast, there has been increased activity amongst the ranks of an organization called the Cult of the Dragon, which seems to coincide just a little bit too much with what you're seeing.
Okay.
So you make the connection that this appears to be the work of the Cult of the Dragon.
I would like to keep this information to myself for now.
Okay. As a matter of...
Ben, forget you heard anything.
Grunk, how much do you travel?
Probably not all that much.
You had to get a guide just to make it here.
Yeah, to be fair, I had to take a guide just to leave my own bathroom, so...
Okay, then. So
I mean,
she's...
I'm probably trying to think, like, on a big map, what's the closest few large towns?
The closest few large towns would be... let me get a map.
So I probably haven't come from too far away if I've got a guide to come with me this far.
Let me get a map of what we're working with. Neverwinter, Waterdeep. I mean, you know these names from Storm King stuff.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to know which ones are like closest to this particular town. Because
that's a very good question because I can't find this town on the map.
That's how little it exists.
It's just a town where nothing happens. Tribor is on this map, which is odd.
Do you think it's burnt down yet? Is this before?
What was the name of the little village that you defend in Storm King's at the beginning of Storm King's Thunder?
Could I have this map, by the way? I can add it to the splash screen.
No.
Yes, you may.
I know it was south.
I am Southstone, Whetstone, Waterstone.
Waterstone, maybe.
Oh, that is just. Oh, it's just sent as a black image. That's weird.
That's a weird map.
Yeah. Give me a second.
It's at night.
It's a nighttime map.
You don't have dark vision. You don't get to see.
Oh,
They-
actually,
They don't sell for as much.
Tell you what, I was gonna say, thinking about it, I'm worried that the map might contain spoilers to future locations, but then I remembered we don't give a shit.
Yeah, what you think I'm gonna remember the names of fucking anything that I've glanced
You think
at
I've never seen a map in my life? Theodore's never seen a map, ever, as a wizard. He's
I
never
mean,
seen a
I
map.
probably haven't. I grew up in a town similar to this one. You know,
Another nameless town.
and yeah, I was never too interested in geography. I just like, I wanted to go out on adventure, I picked a route and I started walking.
Well,
So if you can find Greenest on that map, please tell me.
we'll say I live in Waterdeep, I guess. Although I don't know how much they'd accept orcs.
Waterdeep.
Alright, here's the
I
map.
wouldn't know either. I'm not our game master from Storm King's Thunder. I don't know the lore of everything.
Oh, this goes much further south than our game did.
Yes, it does. This is quite a much larger map than what we're used to.
Scene 3. Add
But yes,
media file.
so she says, but if you are going to stay here, you must go to the keep. That is where my husband and I are heading once we get my leg bandaged. But if
Do
you
I
stay
have any
more-
bandages?
I have rope.
You do not have a healer's kit. No,
I have rope.
Hmm.
you do not have a healer's kit.
I should probably go and
Do you like-
purchase one of those.
Would you like us to help you get there?
If you would be so kind as to wait for a moment while until I can walk properly, then that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Not to rush you, of course, but I could carry you.
I don't think
Uh,
any of us here are too keen on medicine or particularly good at it, so perhaps that would be a good idea. Get you somewhere
there
where you
is a
can
he-
get patched up.
See if there is a healer at the keep.
Give me a second.
I could just chop it off.
I could just kill you and walk without you. It's up to you.
Oh, I wasn't. Was I not giving her the right plus? The right pos? No, I was giving her the right modifier to hit.
I have to say, this encounter went better than my first encounter in Storm King's Thunder.
Yeah, where you got the first ever attack that was committed in that campaign was by a goblin that critted you and you fell on your arse.
And killed me! It's just like, have no fear. The heavily armored cleric is here to save the... Oh shit, my artery! Just collapsed, bleeding.
Wow, Grunk's actually the weakest of the three.
14 strength.
Wait, are the three of us?
Out of the three of you, yeah, including Elston.
Well, to be fair, I'm a wizard, so...
You could carry her, but you will have your movement speed halved, and you will be at disadvantage to anything that involves physical movement. The children could be carried with no movement penalty, but you will still be at disadvantage.
Fuck
I
them,
mean,
they
that's
ain't
fine,
wounded.
because I just need to look at something and say, magic missile, and it just gets killed, so...
Also, I'm here.
Also, he's there.
And we've also got a barbarian with us.
So she says, carry me. I think I can still, if you just give me a moment to
Give
bandage
her the
this leg.
pointy stick, and then she can use it to support
We'll wait.
herself.
She's got her own spear.
We will
I
wait.
thought it was broken.
No,
Oh.
no. She says, if you just give me a moment to bandage my leg, I'll be able to walk on it again. But if you could carry my children to the keep, we might be able to move a little bit faster. How many children are there? Oh,
Two.
there's three. There's
Wait,
three
really?
children. Fuck.
I can carry them all.
Great, you're moving 5 feet a turn, though.
At this rate, I'm doing better than the fucking gnome.
Put one on his shoulders. Fuck it, carry him as well.
But it looks like there aren't enough of us to do that. So, yes, just let me bandage my leg and we'll be able to get moving
Can't
again.
they? They ran out the building. They can fucking walk.
They've got 20-foot movement speed.
Oh, yeah. I'll wait. We'll wait. Whatever.
Right. So the husband gets to bandaging her leg. People talking to me.
While he's bandaging her leg, can I ask him what he does for trade? Like, what's his job? What does he do?
So what's the stock like here?
I hear it's good, or at least till the dragon.
That's not even your backstory.
Do you actually converse with the husband?
I would like to know what he does for a job, because and I don't want. It's because I don't want to say why the fuck weren't you fighting, pussy boy. I'm just, you know, I want to know what his skill set is.
Well, he okay, he is very obviously wounded.
That's not a job.
So,
Unless his job was self-stabbing to test weapons.
Wounds for hire.
Testing weapons.
he's
Got
very
some
obviously
aggression you want to take out?
He's very obviously wounded, which is probably why he wasn't fighting. Like on a scale of 1 to 4, he's looking about a 2.
So he's missing half his body. I know a guy with a similar ailment.
So Ben knows what I'm talking about.
How about his wife? How does his wife look on a scale?
On a scale of 1 to 8, she's looking about a I don't know,
A 1?
Nice.
a 3. But that's in reference to a joke where a dungeon a cleric in a game once said to the fighter, "How much health are you on?" And the dungeon master said, "You can't just ask the player how much health he is on because it's just a number. You have to in character ask how he's feeling." And so the cleric says, "So how are you feeling?"
Oh, on a scale of 1 to 4 because he had 4 health or something.
And the fighter said, "On a scale of 1 to 82, I'm about an 18."
I get it now.
Okay. He is very obviously wounded. He introduces himself as Cuff.
That snicker was out of character, by the way.
Almost as bad as Grunk.
Almost.
Cuff, fuck me. He works
With a
at
K or a C?
And he works at the local mill.
Ah.
So after a quick patch job, she stands up and she points towards the tall keep, and it's just beneath a castle in terms of architecture grandeur. It can easily be seen over the top of all the buildings. She said, "That's the keep. We need to go in. Well, we need to go in that direction."
You don't say. I would like to show some. I would like to show some signs of obvious discomfort at the idea of going there.
How do you do that?
Facial expression. I'm not sure how to describe it. Disgruntled would be a good word. I walk behind the rest of them, hands in pockets, shoulders hunched slightly. I obviously do not want to go there, but I'm going regardless.
Okay.
No, I was gonna say, do I notice? But no, I probably won't, because I'll probably be quite close to the front of the group.
Well, just as you take your first steps to leave, from down the street, you hear what do you hear? You hear shouting as let me just.
What are they saying?
That's a good question, actually. What are they saying?
Now there are 12 kobolds and no fireball spell.
Well, we're fucked. Quick, give the children guns.
We don't have guns.
Give them guns, damn it.
They are
They
saying
don't
something.
exist.
They are saying
Take my
something
great
in-
sword.
They are saying something in a language that you do not understand.
Is it?
Well, I don't
Draconic?
know. What language is it? What language is it? Because I might understand it.
A language that you do not understand.
Oh, I understand a lot of languages.
Can we ask them what language they're speaking in?
Can I just shout, no habla español?
Can I run up to them and hit them with my stick?
Speaky English!
I'm trying to find the right token to represent these guys. Fuck it, that'll do.
Ah, yes.
What the fuck is that?
What
String.
the fuck is that?
That looks like a fucking... That looks like a really badly drawn penguin.
It doesn't,
It looks like that girl from The Evil Within.
doesn't look like anything like I wanted. Anyway, Henry, this you guys.
We need like a smiley face.
like this.
He still hasn't made it to us, but he's almost there.
Is that? That looks even worse. Come on. Give
Does
me
it
something.
matter?
I guess not.
I'll just imagine I'm not talking to a piece of string.
Swiggity, swaggity, swooty, we're coming for those booties. Oh god!
As 6 men in robes.
Those are
Ro-
men?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, I can see it.
Fanning
just
their
badly
arms
drawn.
out. As 6 men in robes run with swords in hand, come running down the street from what looks to be the town centre, shouting in your direction and pointing their swords at you.
By
Fireball
roads.
the first one. I don't even wait, just fire.
There they are! Quick, help them with our bandages! And our healing
Save the children's
salves!
firebolt!
Can everybody please roll me initiative? Oh yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can roll me initiative, thanks.
Jesus Christ. I would like to draw my sword well before they get here, though.
That's not a thing because you didn't know this was coming.
I look at
Alston rolls an 18.
what's your character's name again? Would you like to be called Reese?
You can call me Reese.
Artorius, you rolled a 3, I'm afraid.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I look at Reese. Quick, hit them with another fireball.
Grunk rolls a
I might
7.
sit this one out.
+2. Or was that +2?
These robed fellows, are they like, what are they, like army, police looking?
No, they are...
Does their robe look like uniformy?
Purple.
But does it look like a uniform?
No, they're just robes. Hang on a minute, I'll get
Okay.
you a image.
Oh, I'm not that interested. I just wanted to know if they were like militia or you know.
Well, I got you an image anyway.
Well, thank you.
Imagine them in purple robes, but with a slightly bigger sword.
They're wearing skulls. They're obviously bad.
Why, as the intellectual of the group, is it always your first instinct to attack whatever you see?
Hey, the kobolds were attacking some children. Okay?
Yeah, but like,
Grunk, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 14.
Okay.
According to this character sheet, it's 2, but
And then the woman.
there they are. Help them with our bandages and healing salves. Fireball!
I can't help it. I'm a half-orc. I have violent tendencies.
Look, it's our millionth visitor. Give them all the gold.
Look, okay, because I'm a half-orc, I have the following as bonuses to melee combat.
You should have fucking.
Relentless endurance
You
and
should
savage
have-
attacker.
You should
Okay.
have made your floor like orcish nature or something.
Alston goes first. He turns to you guys and say, "Do we attack?"
I shrug.
I shake my head. I say we should probably ask them if they're going to attack us.
Excuse me! I use a free action. Excuse me, are you here to help us?
Be you friend or foe, as they're trying to stab me.
Do you actually want to take a free action to shout something?
I would like to shout, be you friend or foe.
Be you friend or foe stabs you. That's not an answer to my question.
I'm on the fence when it comes to this one. You have stabbed me, but you could have tripped.
Well, one of them in response points his sword at you and shouts, "Give up your weapons and come with us."
That didn't
Alright.
answer the question.
I would like to
shouted
say...
a free action that doesn't answer the question.
Yeah, sure, that's good, that's good.
Well, what's good?
No, what he said, I agree with him wholeheartedly.
Well, you're going to give up your weapons and come
No,
with us.
fuck that. I'm agreeing. That doesn't answer our question.
Yeah, free action.
We want to know if harm will come to us.
Well, everyone's used up their free action, so...
They didn't answer him.
Well, everyone's used up their free action.
There's 6 of them. Just have another one shout it.
This has all taken place in the space of 6 seconds. 6 seconds has passed.
Yeah, we're having a conversation. 6 seconds, go.
Have they been running towards us, flailing their arms this whole time?
Be you friend or foe.
Be your friend or foe. We're foe.
Fuck it. We'll just keep these. We'll just keep these initiative rolls. And another one says, "Be you friend or foe."
Motherfucker!
It doesn't help.
Can I answer him?
Yes.
Well, that depends on whether you are friend or foe.
We just got here.
Another one says, "You first, dick cheese."
Listen, if you want to be friends, we'll be friends, but there's no need for insults. If you attack us, then you can consider us foes.
Another one says,
If you attack us, consider us foes. Hang on.
I would like to whisper to Grunk, I think we should just attack them for calling me that.
"Oh shit! I rolled the wrong thing. It's meant to be more in this group."
I don't think we should attack them anymore.
I'll just keep what I've got.
I grab the gnome and throw the gnome at the group of cultists.
Do you?
And shout, I guess we're foe!
Do you actually do that? Because you can if you want. You can if you want.
I grab the children. Be these friends or foes?
I ask, are you with the town's militia, or are you the ones attacking? We just got here. Which side do we join?
Attacking is a strong word. We are simply pillaging.
Foe.
Okay, I throw the gnome.
They're foe. They're foe. Throw the gnome.
I throw the gnome. Yeah, I throw the gnome and shout, then I guess we're your enemy. Throw the gnome.
You can do that on your. When it's your turn.
Don't I get a surprise round for throwing gnome?
Fuck it, you can. Yeah.
Is the gnome not surprised as well?
Holy shit! He's throwing a gnome.
I mean, that's a hell of a throw as well. What is that? That's, hold on. That's 90 feet.
He's dead.
Can you please roll? Can you please roll athletics? Actually, no. Can you roll athletics to grab the gnome?
Yeah, can you? Please roll athletics for me.
For fuck's sake!
It's
Finn,
+2.
Finn, give it a second. I just want to go over this again. So these lads all turned up. I shouted, "Be you friend or foe?" They said, well, what about you? Are you friend or foe? No, you first, I insist. No, you first, I insist. If you attack us, well, you're foes. We don't consider ourselves attackers, we prefer pillagers. Well, I guess you're foes then. Throw the gnome!
You got an 11 total for athletics.
The fucking Tom and Jerry sketch.
And the gnome rolled a 1, so you successfully grappled the gnome.
I then walk 30 feet, which is there. Where do we do it from here? Do we do it from in front of me or where I am?
I'm going to
Because he's lining up a throw, maybe he like stumbles forwards more, so he goes an extra 5 feet.
No, that's not how it works. Yeah, so you move 30 feet. Where do you want to move to?
It's the middle of the road, sort of where here is.
So here, okay. Carrying the gnome with you.
Carrying the gnome, and then I throw the gnome as far as I can.
Can you roll? Let me see if I can find rules for throwing.
I doubt I'm gonna get it. I doubt I'm gonna get him 60 feet, but it's a hell of an attempt.
Why are you throwing the gnome? He's so much more effective on the ground. He's small and can wield a battle axe.
No,
Oh, yeah,
look, this is so he gets into the fight this time because he didn't last time.
I'm so far away.
Remember,
Like-
you still got a hawk that you could be using for things.
I use the hawk to
Throw
carry.
the hawk.
I use the hawk to throw the gnome a few extra feet.
He
Can you-
glides with him. It's Banjo-Kazooie gnome.
I'm going to say that you can throw him a number of feet equal to your strength plus a plus
Athletics.
Yeah, but athletics what though?
Perception.
Equal to whatever the modifier is of what you roll on your athletics. So you roll a 15, making that a 17. That if that were a stat, that would be a modifier of 16 half to
3.
make 8 to make 3. So you can throw. So you throw him 17 feet. Rounded up to 20.
They
And
stand
as I
there.
do it,
What
As
the
I do it-
fuck?
They stand
as
there
I
and
do it, I
watch.
just say. As I do it, I just shout, make it worth my money.
You're not paying me!
They stand there and watch this half-orc sprint towards them, throw a gnome, and it doesn't even go half the distance. He just falls on the ground, rolls over a few times.
He takes 1 bludgeoning damage. And he's now prone, so he has to spend half his movement to get up.
You fucking asshole!
What does he say to this?
You fucking asshole!
What does the woman say about this?
It happened too quickly.
Okay, whose turn is it now?
It's now the woman's turn.
Please don't be the
Go help
cultist's
the
turn.
gnome.
Please don't be the cultist's turn.
She starts shuffling off her family. So she's effectively out of combat.
Oh, fuck.
Grunk!
The gnome needs help.
Wait, it's my turn. I run up to the gnome, pick him up, and keep going.
Wait, no, sorry, Sid, that was a surprise round, wasn't it? So it's Alston's turn.
Damn it! I was gonna pick him up and throw him the
He
last.
spends half his movement to get up. He's going to make the most of a bad situation.
He's
He
got
runs
12
back and
movement.
kills you.
He's going to make the most of a bad situation.
Yes, it worked. My plan.
Actually, no, fuck no, he's not. He's not going to face off six fucking humans alone.
I'm right behind him.
You're a wizard.
I'm here to help.
He throws a hand axe. Fuck it. He throws a hand axe.
He's like, goes to run forwards. He's like, wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing?
Do you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Have inspiration, Grunk.
Why? That's got nothing to do with my character.
Because it's funny.
But hang on, I did do stuff relative to my character, and you didn't give me jack shit.
Give it relative to your character. If I gave you inspiration every time you said something
Inspirational.
arguably related to one of the four traits, everybody would be getting inspiration. All
I
the
have
time.
been implementing Chekhov's gun, and you know it.
Right. Fine then, I guess I'll revoke the inspiration that the party gets then.
Oh, fuck you. I just find it really peculiar that this fucking half-orc gets inspiration for throwing a comrade and not even hitting his
We've been
mark.
larking our arse off. Inspiration's a very floaty mechanic. It doesn't have to be when I don't have to give it to you when you play really, really well.
Move on, do what you want with it.
Too late, he's revoked it now.
Revoke the revocation.
Right, you.
How whimsical.
He throws his hand axe. He rolls a 15.
However, recently medical.
He doesn't throw a smaller gnome.
They're like Russian nesting dogs.
He splits in half, and another gnome pops out.
Oh shit! Hang on a minute. That's more than 20 feet away. I think he's at disadvantage.
Sucks to be him.
You did this to him.
Yes, that's more than 20 feet away, so he rolls disadvantage.
Hey, I got him close enough to throw the axe.
And misses because the second roll was a 2.
So, let me get this straight. So Grunk picked up the gnome, ran forwards, threw the gnome, then the gnome got up.
The gnome did a break roll.
And threw an axe, and it just sort of didn't even get close, it just tumbled to the ground at the guy's feet. The most anticlimactic acrobatic attack.
Yeah. Okay, Grunk. Your turn.
Don't throw the gnome!
I walk
No!
20 feet.
Leave him alone!
No, I don't. I don't. I throw him behind me. No.
You throw him back, I will save you.
Worry not, little man.
I give my life for you.
Um,
I'm gonna. What's the range of fireball?
The range of firebolt is ridiculous.
120 feet.
Yeah, let's just
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that makes it.
like that's like fucking look at this shit.
Fucking sniper.
Okay,
So
then yeah.
who do you firebolt?
Front middle, and it's +5 to hit, and then 1d10 damage.
Okay. Let me get his health up. +5 to hit, you say? You got an 8 total. I'm sorry,
the
buddy.
worst fucking wizard, I swear to God. I use inspiration.
You use inspiration, you roll again. You critted!
Sweet. 2d10s.
Can you crit with this spell? Yeah, because it's an attack spell, isn't it?
Yep. Actually, let me just check real quick. My savage attacks, it's a critical hit with a melee weapon attack. Like,
Fuck off.
it's
Right,
one extra damage dice.
So 2d10 fire damage. There's this. Wait, firebolt. 7 plus. That keeps falling off the table. 7 plus 3 to make 10. Does it have an attack modifier?
Nope.
No. So to make 10, which means he falls flat on his ass and dies.
Sweet, I've killed something.
Right. Now the cultist's turn.
Goodbye.
No, it's okay. See, we make it. We're fine. We have time.
Ooh, can they not reach him?
Nope.
30 feet of movement.
So I can come in and try. I don't have a fireball though.
As a rule of thumb, humanoids have 30 feet of movement,
Okay.
which is kind of metagaming to know, but it makes things simple.
If the gnome tries to escape, by the way, I'd like to ready an action to trip him up and throw him back. You will fight.
Well, I mean, he should because he is our tank.
Okay. Oh, they could. Oh, I forgot they could spend an action to dash, but then that would use up their attack action, so there'd be no point.
They can stand around him maliciously. Sneer down at him.
Artorias.
Please call me Reese. I'm gonna run up next to my friend. My comrade.
Shall I throw you too?
Can I punch him in the side playfully without using an action?
Can I throw cross?
Sure, go ahead. That's a free action.
I'd like to jab him in the ribs, maybe deal 1 damage.
No, if you want to deal damage, then that starts to become an action.
All right, in that case, yeah, I give him a clip round the back of the head. So I stand on my sword to reach, and I say, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" So then I get out my light crossbow.
Okay.
Because I didn't draw my sword, so it shouldn't take a turn. I mean, it takes a turn to.
My simple response to what the fuck is wrong with me is I'm not putting myself on the front lines.
How do crossbows work? Because no, I've never actually seen anyone use them.
Is it what kind of crossbow is it?
Light crossbow.
I'm looking it up right now.
I think it's D8.
It is D8.
No, I'm looking at the loading rule. Because of the time required to load this weapon, you can only fire 1 piece of ammunition from it when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction fire, regardless of the number of attacks you can normally make. Wait, shit! Does that mean that you can fire multiple attacks off with a longbow?
With extra attack, yeah.
Holy shit! Ellie should have been firing so many more arrows. Or was she already?
I think she was already.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
So I would like to fire at this guy straight dead ahead of me.
Okay, that's a light crossbow. So this is a ranged attack. So this is dexterity, I believe. Yeah. So this is a dexterity attack. So I roll for you. You get 18 plus proficiency plus your dexterity modifier. You hit him. Congratulations.
I'm so good at this.
Dealing a light crossbow does 1d8 piercing damage, which is quite a lot for a simple weapon. Dealing.
I only just noticed how much curve there is in Grunk's shoulders.
Oh dear. I rolled a 1.
Nice.
I'm so good at this. Dealing.
I hit him.
Yeah, in the toe.
Dealing 4 piercing damage.
Still dies.
He's dexterity modifier for ranged weapons, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. Hang on. Let me have a look. Attack bonus +5, so it's strength.
That's ridiculous. It's a crossbow.
But it says +5.
Well, that's wrong.
But you did this.
And he was wrong.
Then I did it wrong. That's ridiculous.
So it should have +3.
Oh, it's proficiency as well.
Yeah, proficiency plus your dexterity modifier.
So in the where's proficiency?
Oh, your dexterity and strength modifiers are the same.
Yeah, strength 17, dexterity 16. Oh yes, yeah, it'd be 5.
Yeah, it was 5.
So,
no. Damage modifier doesn't use your proficiency bonus.
No, I know, but like, doesn't that change anything then?
No.
Oh.
You deal 4 damage. You rolled a 1. You add your dexterity modifier. Deal 4 damage.
Okay. So it still hurt him.
Yeah, it still hurt him.
Got him in the shoulder.
Oh, you're showing that off. Okay.
I don't know why it showed that off. I just
Because you clicked on it, probably.
I mean, I'm not a crossbow boy, so you know you can't expect too much from me. I was just trying to I couldn't get over there in time. I just want to save my gnome friend.
He's not your friend. He's not even my friend, and I brought him along.
He's small. He's cute. You threw him. He's garnered sympathy. He's my friend now.
Oh,
Alston's turn. Taking out his great sword.
Great sword?
Great axe, sorry.
How many fucking great weapons has he got?
Great axe, which still
His great knife.
his great axe, which still takes 2 hands to use. Wait, that does how much fucking damage?
No.
I think it's D12, isn't it?
Yeah, great axe is D12. So it's
Jesus.
it's 1d12. Right, but the great sword is still better. Yeah, because 2d6 is better than 1d12. Right.
Yeah, that raises my minimum.
Yeah.
2.
So he attacks the cultist in front of him.
Oh.
This is his attack bonus is 4. He rolls an 8. He rolls an 18 total. He cleaves the cultist for 6 damage.
Plus anything, or
6 damage total.
Does that do anything?
Deals damage to him.
He's not dead?
Can you see the health bars?
No.
Oh, that's a me thing then.
do you want us to?
Not particularly. No. He does get the axe fucking lodged right within his abdomen and has to pull it out. So he's not in good shape.
So they've got more than 6 health. They must have like 8.
Metagaming. Metagaming.
I'm thinking
Between
out
6
loud.
It's between 6 and 10, so.
Well, I mean, it's more than 6. He's not dead.
Right. Grunk.
Do you have an AoE?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
AoEs aren't in first level. I don't
No.
think you quite understood the scope or how.
Of course I didn't. I broke in and learnt it in like a couple of nights and I didn't learn it properly. I don't understand anything.
Fireball is crazy.
Okay, I use magic missile again.
Mm-hmm.
I put 1 into this guy, this one right here.
Yes.
There we go, that one right there.
A minute. There is a way to ping. I know there is.
Could just say
Well, I'm
top
doing it.
right.
Doing it right now. No, I'm
Bing,
pinging this
bing,
one.
Bing, bing,
How do you?
bing.
How do you ping?
Yeah,
I know-
hit him with that stick in the air. This is my magic
Is he
spear.
dead yet? Is he dead yet? Spear myself.
Okay, so you want to hit that one and.
I want to hit that one with 1
Yep.
magic missile, and that one with 2.
Okay, right. So the one that you're only firing 1 at takes a D4 plus 1 damage, right?
Yep.
He takes 2 damage.
Wow.
Is he dead?
Not quite.
Holy
Not
shit.
They have
What the
9 or 10
fuck
health.
have we signed ourselves up?
And the bottom one takes
I wanted diplomacy. You wanted to just throw the fucking gnome.
He takes 6 damage, and the second one makes his brain squirt out from his ears.
And hit this guy dealing.
He was very smart, so his brain was sharp.
I then. No, let's not do that. I was standing.
He just shuffles behind me.
Do you move at all?
Nope.
Okay.
Stand here.
I would have
Moving
shuffled
through-
behind me.
I'm lazy.
Is my sword big enough that I can use it as a shield?
No.
Just hide behind it.
Shit. Shit.
I told you so.
I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
Too late, bitch.
I go inside the building.
This boy, he's covered in brain matter. He's fucking furious. That was his friend,
That
and it was
gnome's
his
dead.
love.
That gnome is dead.
Yeah, attack Grunk.
Well, he's the orc.
Keep hitting the gnome. Keep hitting the gnome.
I don't care so long as I'm alright.
Okay, so, how do you ping? I really want to know, because that'd be useful right now.
Control click?
That's right, I've tried that.
Shift click?
I've tried that too.
Double click?
No. Oh well. Anyway, the,
Delete system 32 click?
so, this one here, attacks,
Does he attack this guy?
he attacks that guy.
He's got so many options though. Are you sure he wants to do that?
I mean, he could attack this guy.
He could just like pick some
Oh,
flowers.
so he gets advantage because he's surrounded.
He could attack this guy. He's in range.
That's that. He's that. His armor class is 13. Alston's not got much armor. He hits Alston with his sword.
He's
Oh, Alston.
Alston takes 5 damage.
Oh, Alston.
He's dead.
No, he's not.
Oh.
He's a barbarian, but like...
On
Oh,
steroids.
They took his pens, man.
And
Quick,
then,
someone mention a pen.
and then the one behind him attacks him.
Alston, no. What have you done?
And hits him. And hits him for, oh dear,
What have you done?
for 7 damage.
Oh,
Have I killed our gnome?
Alston is still standing.
Okay.
Alston!
How much health does he have on a scale of something to something?
On a scale of 1 to 14, he's looking about a 1.
Oh my god!
I did this.
Grunk,
Yeah.
the cultist in front of you attacks you,
I don't give a fuck if he dies.
and he hits you. What's your AC?
12.
Yeah, he hits you.
Yeah, okay.
Please take 4 damage. I can do this here.
Down to 5 health.
Yeah, I want you to see bar 1. What's your maximum health?
9. Nice.
And actually, yeah, I'll show Alston's health.
Bitch, get back over here. Fuck your family, please. You've got to save Alston.
What's your maximum health, Reese?
Mine is 10.
We're doing really good. We're doing great.
Well, that's the timer. We'll finish this combat.
Oh.
Okay. And then the cultist just to the next to him attacks you as well,
Oh.
It's okay, I can't physically die from this.
and hits you,
Okay.
dealing 5 damage.
I'm on 1 health.
You're on 0.
I'm on 1 relentless
Oh.
endurance.
Yes, you are. because-
So both of you are on 1 health.
Artorius.
Can I grab Artorius and throw him at the cultists?
Can I leave? Okay, I want to go...
I would like to remind that level 1 D&D is brutal.
Okay. What are the bad guys' health at? Are they all still full health? None of these are wounded, right?
I ain't telling you. You got to look at them. But this one haven't sustained any injuries. This one has basically got his intestines falling out through his stomach.
And even though I've got a really big sword, I can't swing it along and hit 2 people next to each other.
That is called extra attack. You do not have it.
Okay, I will go for the full health one to the right of my boy Nomi.
So you're going to...
You're going to abandon me?
Yeah, you did
So
this.
I don't know if you can reach that because it costs an extra 5 feet to move through an enemy.
Can I go up and left?
Up 10, 20. Yes, you can.
Later, fucko!
I'd be fucking abandoned.
You did this to yourself!
What weapon are you drawing?
His greater sword.
I don't need the glaive for this, so the great sword.
So you put away the crossbow, take out the great sword, and you attack the cultist. I
feel betrayed.
You roll a 21 total, which hits him for 3 plus 5 plus 3 damage. 3 damage. You chop his head off.
Nice.
In one swing.
Alster can live. He need only kill his foe.
Let me just quickly read something the barbarians can do. Refresh my memory.
It's alright, I'll just stand here staring down these 2
You fucking did this, alright? You ran ahead as a wizard and threw our fucking tank into them.
I expected them to go after the gnome, I'm honest.
They did! Look at him! He's in just as bad a scenario as you are!
Yeah, but 2 of them didn't, that's the problem.
He would have died if they'd have gone for him.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
Well, then you shouldn't have ran so far forward. You should have turtled with me and the gnome.
Okay, it is after your
Not very
turn.
intelligent, okay.
It is
You
Alston's
are more
turn.
intelligent than all of us.
That's
Alston-
orc intelligence, it doesn't count.
Just let Alster save himself, please.
Alston attacks the
I don't want
cultist.
this to be a solo campaign of just me.
He hits.
Yes.
He hits and opens up a wound in the other side of his body, and all of his intestines fall out, and he dies.
And the intestines fall on the gnome. And he bathes in them gleefully. Okay, just please make him run
and
away.
he gives you a well, he tries to muster words but can't quite, and so he just grunts and nods at you in massive appreciation.
I nod back. Don't want to offend him with the fact I can still talk because I haven't taken any fucking damage.
Grunk.
Can I pick up a cultist and throw it at God?
You can grab a cultist.
Stop throwing people, you fucking wizard!
You can grapple a cultist.
Isn't magic armor a thing?
I think I'm just gonna sort of run over
Fuck
here.
you!
Sort of run over here.
That will invoke 2 attacks of opportunity.
Fuck it will.
Can you use magic armor?
That would just increase his. That would just increase his AC, and
Yeah, but
it won't like.
doesn't that
Fuck.
give him a chance to like negate damage?
No,
It does.
it makes it harder for them to hit him.
Yeah, so if they can't hit him, he doesn't take damage.
What does it increase your AC by?
It would increase it to 13 default plus dexterity, which is 15. So
That's not
think I'll
that.
do that.
Not that great.
I
I'll
mean,
do it
like,
because it's better than what I've got.
you can't run, you can't hide.
All right, I've done that. I'm out of first level spell slots, so my AC
still
is
got a
now
hawk.
15. As a bonus action, can I have my hawk distract them as I make a run for it?
Fuck. No.
Please.
Where's what I'm looking for? That'll do.
Get the hawk to claw out one of their eyes.
How far can I run? Hold on. I can get to there. I run.
Do you actually?
I flee.
Do you?
Yes, fuck this.
That'll invoke 2 attacks of opportunity.
Feeble thief, bubble, whatever.
From the
Fuck it,
first-
I'm out.
So from the first
If you
cultist,
just used a spell, then maybe you could survive and we could save you.
what's your new AC?
15.
First cultist hits you.
You're
I'm
dead.
down. I go, I'm gonna make it, it just collapse.
You run into his knife.
I grab his hand, stab myself with it, and fall over.
You flee from life itself.
So glad we played.
Well.
I should have just firebolted him, just like, ah, fuck it, I'm taking you with me.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Kill the gnome! Kill the gnome!
No! I will fucking defend this gnome to the death.
This cultist attacks Artorius.
One hit kill.
I would love it if he critted.
Get nuked.
He doesn't. What's your AC?
16.
He doesn't hit you.
Motherfucker, I am immortal.
It clings off the mighty blade that is your greatsword as you try to block with it.
I just shift it to the left a bit, and then there's a wall.
And then the other cultist
Just attack me, please.
goes to attack the gnome, but then sees the size of your sword and has other ideas. He attacks you. What's your AC? Remind me.
16?
16 hits you.
Okay.
Crit.
It wasn't a crit, I'm afraid.
Damn it.
For 3 damage.
Okay.
Why am I always the first one to die in
'Cause
every
you're an
single
idiot.
fucking campaign that we
You
play?
fucking I don't know how I can express this anymore. You ran out into the middle of the road.
Not just this campaign, like fucking in Storm King's Thunder, it's like right.
No,
the
but if
mighty
this is
cleric
anything
gets
to go
shanked by a
by-
fucking goblin. There were 3 people in front of me and I got fucking shanked.
Artorius.
I'm going to attack the one south of me.
Okay. You attack. +5 to give you 10. You miss.
Oh dear.
That's your turn.
That was worth it. Gnome, you have to kill this man.
Alston, press my thing again.
Can I scream friend or foe again?
Ooh, a long rest. Before we can do it.
Can I invoke parlay and see if they want to just call it a draw?
I'll give you a hint.
He attacks the guy in front of him with his great axe.
Here's your hint.
Alston, please.
Alston.
Alston, why'd you miss?
Oh my god.
Kill the gnome!
Alston, please, my boy. Oh dear. Grunk, can you, I'm gonna
Alright,
give
Finn, roll me a 20.
a death saving throw. Oh, fuck's sake, roll off the table. 16, that's a success.
Sweet, I'm not dead. Yet.
Yet.
If we survive this, I will kill you.
That's success.
I didn't do anything wrong. We're
I'll
best
chop
friends.
you into so many pieces that you will end up smaller than the gnome.
But we're best friends, remember?
No, the
Cultists.
gnome is my friend.
Cultists attack Artorius.
Oh no.
First one, nearly crits, but doesn't quite. Dealing
Dealing.
4 damage.
The silence.
That's
Second
7.
cultist. Second cultist attacks
The gnome.
Artoria. Attacks the gnome.
Better him than me.
Attacks the gnome and
After you're doing all this to protect the gnome, better
Listen,
him than
I
me.
can't protect him if I'm dead.
misses.
See,
okay.
the gnome was fine. This is fucking disgusting.
I should have just played the fucking paladin.
Artorius.
I've run out.
Artorius.
Attack the boy to my right.
No, actually, if I was a paladin, I'd have joined their team. So
You hit him, dealing 6 plus 6.
Oh, he's dead. I did it. My sword hits him so hard that his body actually just explodes.
You cleave him in half at the waist.
And it's not clean, he just shatters. Like it's through the actual hip bone, which shatters the rest of the bones in his body.
Alston attacks.
Alston.
He hits.
Yes, Alston, do it. Kill him. Do
Dealing
it. Do it. Kill him.
1 damage.
dealing 8 damage.
Oh. Is it Grunk's turn? Can he please save us? Can he redeem himself?
Give me 2
If you
seconds.
miss, I will fucking murder you.
Hang on, give me a second.
Goes to the bathroom.
Gronk's not back up. Gronk's not back up.
Oh god, okay, so
Give me a second. I need to. Wait, oh, never mind. Okay. Yeah, Gronk, roll me a death saving throw. Oh, I'll do that for you now. 15. You succeed another death saving throw. So
Oh, thanks.
You're on 2 out of 3 now. Cultist attacks Artorius.
oh come on! I barely even killed that guy.
I barely even killed that kobold.
Parlay!
And misses horrifically.
Ah!
Remind me never to play level 1 D&D again.
That's what you said last time, and the time before that.
Just let me start from level 8 next time.
Wait, why did I make Alston? Oh no. Artorias!
I want to not... I don't want to slice this boy in half. I'm gonna take my sword, I'm gonna draw it back, I'm gonna run him through with it to the fucking hilt. I need this boy to die.
You crit.
Not only does the sword go through him, but the rest of me follows.
You just crawl through it.
I dive through after... The sword has so much momentum that it drags me after it. And I Goku Dragon Punch. Have you guys seen Dragon Ball where Goku punches through King Piccolo?
No.
His whole body goes through him.
I've just realised something.
What?
You have no healers.
Yeah.
So
I've said this like 3 times.
yeah, but death saving throws. You are relying on luck now.
Yeah.
Right. So
I
let me
know.
just
I
keep
want to
rolling.
run around looking for a healer.
Give me a minute.
You have 18
okay.
seconds.
You fail a death saving throw.
I didn't fail shit. You did.
You're not going to find a healer in 12 seconds.
I can try. I want to
Next
scream
roll.
medic.
Next roll, success. You have
Okay.
you have 3 successes. You are stabilized.
I'm now just frothing at the mouth.
How the fuck am I gonna move him? He's huge.
On that bombshell.
On that bombshell, what are we, Top Gear?
With the tank trying to reattach his nose from around his chin, the half-orc wizard frothing at the mouth in the middle of the streets, and the fighter hating everybody around him.
Also covered in blood and guts from diving through a man. That's going to end that episode there, so thank you all for watching the first exciting episode of D&D with the K.A.I Games crew. Hopefully you like it and you want to see more. I sure shit know I do.
Do we level up, please?
Motherfucker.
8 times.
Motherfucker, the end of the chapter is a long way away.
Can I just go straight to level 10, please?
So thank you
So
all
that
for
I'm not
watching.
So I'm not out-magicked by a fucking fighter.
It sounds so bad when you say it like that.
Oh, we have a wizard, someone of the arcane arts, and oh look, a fighter!
You
Boom,
have a
everything
stick?
just blew up. Yes, I have a stick.
It's got a pointy bit on it. So thank you all for watching so much. Like, favorite, and subscribe. And until next time, bye! That was a mess.